not how you heal a disc tear. Hey guys, it's me, it's Dr. Jeff, your advanced trained non-surgical spine specialist and chiropractor of 20 years. Welcome to my channel, Never Look Back Pain here at YouTube. If you really like what we're doing here, I'm going to tell you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, share it, like it. We're on a mission. I am the owner and clinic director of the Midwest Disc Clinic here in Northeast Indiana, as well as the owner of Never Look Back. Never look back. Why do we call it Never Look Back? Because when you get out of neck pain and back pain, once and for all, you praise God and you never want to look back. Last week's video was all about spinal disc tears. What is a tear? How do you get a tear? Symptoms of tears. What tears can feel like when you're doing things. Why does it happen? This week's video, 2 ways to help yourself non-surgically heal a tear. So, tears. We have to understand how the disc gets nutrients and what the disc is. The disc is like a water balloon made of 86% water and it is cartilage and water. And so God created movement in our bodies to help bring nutrients and water into the disc and get rid of waste. So the spinal segments have to move properly. They have to pump like you're seeing here. The top bone, middle disc, bottom bone are pumping when you move. So the spine is designed to move and pump. You get waste out and nutrients in just like squeezing a sponge at the kitchen sink. So the disc is really like a sponge. When you move, you squeeze, compress, you get the waste out, and when you release, you bring nutrients in. That is called imbibition. It's a big word meaning like a disc pump. So the disc gets nutrients in, waste out by pumping like a water balloon. Now, when the segment stops pumping, typically because of spinal misalignment and pressure where it doesn't belong, water and nutrients no longer get into the disc and waste no longer gets out. When the waste no longer goes out, the disc becomes sick and toxic and you start burning up the nutrients and the water and it becomes weak. And then last week we talked about bending, lifting, twisting improperly. Things like that can cause the disc in a circumferential tear to tear like we showed you. Now, how do we help it non-surgically? At home, there are 2 things you can do. Now, in my office, we have some very special technology and a method I developed called the Dose method with some very special technology to recreate that imbibition very specifically, and it works very well. But at home, there are things we have our patients do to help create that imbibition process. So I'm going to give you 2 ways, non-surgically, to help yourself out at home to help disc tears heal. Now, I cannot promise you that they're absolutely going to heal the way they do in our office with our technology, but these are the 2 things we have our patients do at home, and I am not prescribing them to you. I'm saying check with your doctor to make sure it's right for you, always. But again, this is what we have our patients do. And the first thing is very specific movements. If you'll look here, it's a front to back rolling of your belly and your pelvis. It's front to back, not extensive, not massive, not ballistic, but it's very slow rolling front to back because that is going to put pressure front and back on the disc. It's going to compress and release. The second thing we do exercise-wise, you can see here, we do a hula hoop, slowly left and slowly right. It's a hula hoop. It is not a major motion, it is a small motion. The bigger the motion, the more likely you'll increase the tear. So it's a small hula hoop motion. So again, we want to do that front to back motion slowly. Do 10 of those in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. And then you do the hula hoop going one way and the other way. Not a big motion, but a small, tight motion will help create proper pressure on that disc. 10 times this way, 10 times that way, twice a day. So those are the exercises that we have our patients do to increase imbibition with the technology we're using in the office. The second thing we recommend non-surgically, again, check with your doctor first, is we recommend a very specific supplement. It is a chondroitin glucosamine supplement. Think of chondroitin and glucosamine as a backpack that carries something, and what it carries water. So when you take the glucosamine and the chondroitin, and you drink water, when you drink that water, it attaches to the water molecule, and as we move the disc and imbibe or pump it, now you're bringing that water into the disc to help give it nutrients the cartilaginous nutrients as well as the water to help repair that disc. So 2 ways to recap how to help repair a tear, somewhat for you at home, not completely, but somewhat, as long as you check with your doctor. Do the exercises we showed you here, that's what we tell our patients to do, as well as glucosamine and chondroitin. I'm Dr. Jeff. I'm also the author of this little book right here called Never Look Back, a simple guide to the causes and care for back pain. Why did I write this little book? Because after 20 years, I still see people suffering neck and back pain who have no idea, number one, what their diagnosis is. So they doctor, and they're wasting time and money. And they're losing days of their life. They can't be the dad they want to be, the mom they want to be. They're depressed, they're angry, they can't play tennis, they can't play volleyball, they can't go out and golf, they can't fish, they can't hunt, they can't live life. So I wrote this book because I still see those people who don't know what's going on. They're going from doctor to doctor without the proper testing, and they're not getting the results they're looking for. So we wrote this book for you so that you can have a little guide to share with you what makes a healthy back. What tests your doctor should be running right now to show you what's going on, and if not, forget the insurance companies, your best interest, not the money, but find out what tests should be run right away, and if they're not doing it, fire them and we'll help you find somebody new, and then what are some ways where you can get better non-surgically, because every single day in my practice, we are helping people non-surgically, and I'm excited about that. So if you want to grab this little book, could save you thousands of dollars, please go to neverlookbackpain.com. Get the book. There's a free course you can take there. Take the free course. I'm on a mission. Help me on this mission. Non-surgically get people back to life, because when their neck and back pain goes away, praise God, they never look back and they enjoy their life, and that's the purpose. I'm Dr. Jeff, your advanced trained non-surgical spine specialist. I'm passionate about this. Subscribe, like, help me on my movement, and have a blessed and awesome day.